All right, all right. Happy Monday, happy Monday, happy Monday. It's your host, Xavier Mitchell. We're here at Talk with X. Again, at Talk with X. At X underscore UCHIHA. Again, at X underscore UCHIHA. Hopefully, everyone's having a great day I say great day, a great morning. For the ones that's up, for the ones that's not up yet, get up. Get up. It's a lot of work to do. Hopefully, everyone had a great weekend. From the sports perspective, and just life. Um, this past weekend was pretty crazy, don't you think? Now, crazy more for y'all than to me, because we won again. Uh, Texans, great defense, not enough, not enough, and it's okay. You're not enough. Um, we're gonna beat the Broncos in this next game. Um, with or without Bo, I know Bo is gonna be hurt, so he's not playing. It didn't matter. It did. It was cooking y'all regardless. Regardless, take that up with Boston, man. But nah, man, it was some good football, some great games this week that we're gonna get into. First we can start off with the Bills and Broncos. Uh, whew. And it was pretty crazy and a controversial call as well. Um, Broncos won 33-30 versus the Bills. Bills, Josh Allen had 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. James Cook ran 24 for 117. That is absolutely crazy. James Cook needs to be studied because he's been kind of doing that all season. Really underrated. Bo Nix had 279 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. He also led their team in rushing. Not a flex. It's actually not good at all, but he did it, and maybe that has something to do with his ankle, because I think his ankle is what's broken. Let's talk about that. Bills, you guys had it. You lost it, but gotta open up the question. One point. At what point do we look at Josh, Lamar, Ninja? Is it time to start rearranging that order, that pecking order? Because, and no, skillfully, I still have them in the top four with Patrick Mahomes, but they've been losing when it matters. And mine goes off of greatness, not skill. I just want that to be known. There to me, and I've said this for basketball. There's a difference between someone being great and someone being better than you. Greater than you and better than you are two different things. Um, and for the ones that don't understand what I'm saying, Kobe and Jordan. Jordan is greater. Kobe to me is better. Same thing I feel like between him and LeBron. LeBron is greater. I think Kobe is better. Lamar, Josh, those guys, they are better than the current QBs right now. But now, uh, all of these QBs that are new, guess what? This is a gateway for a chip. And none of the top four quarterbacks that I named before is going to be in there. One of these guys are going to have one more chip than the four guys I just named. But yeah, and that's gonna be highlighted because the Chiefs weren't there. Everyone was so happy that Patrick Mahomes was gone. He's not in the playoffs. He didn't make the playoffs. He got hurt before the playoffs. Allegedly, he didn't get hurt, and no one took advantage of that. Now, with the Bills, there was a controversial call with the catch. Um, I think they ruled it an interception. Um, like I said, a very controversial call. Let's see if I can find it, shall we? This right here. Of course. While that's getting pulled up, um, but two interceptions. If you take the interception away, it's still one interception. Still can't afford something like that in the playoffs. I thought this was a catch because his body hit the ground with someone else's body before the strip happened. I'm assuming they're saying that he didn't have control, and I'll show you guys. If that's the case, is that a pick? If he didn't have control of the ball going down, then yes, that's an interception. Now, if he did have control of the ball and he hit the ground, not interception. People were in the uproar about that. Now, that pass isn't Josh Allen's fault. That is just one player making a play. Sometimes we have to give credit when it's due. And not everything is the QB's fault. Just because like we saw with Lamar Jackson. Game was literally in their hand. But you guys let me know how you guys feel about that catch. You feel like it was a catch or you feel like it was an interception? And then two, what do you guys feel about the pecking order in terms of QBs now? Do you feel like it's time to move on because we've been holding them at such a high standard and they haven't been there? Or do you guys feel like it's a legit reason these guys just can't get there? And it can be valid. It's valid. Both these two, especially Lamar and Josh Allen, these guys have been getting sold pretty hard. But hey, you guys let me know how you feel about that. Moving on. 49ers versus the Seahawks. This was a complete belt situation. We have to talk about this because oh my goodness. Uh the Bay Area, y'all okay? Seahawks 41 to the 49ers 6. Brock Purdy 140 yards, one pick. That's just no. And there's no reason to read the rest of the stats because everyone else pretty mediocre except for the wide receivers that kind of got their chance. Um, no. What's so crazy is that Sam Darnold didn't do anything either. 124 yards and one touchdown. Kenneth Walker is the one that was going crazy. 19 carries, 116 yards. He also had 3 touchdowns of his own, with Sam Darnold having a touchdown, and then Najigba also having a touchdown. And I believe that the defense had a touchdown as well, if I'm not mistaken. One of them did. Let me see. Kick return. There we go. So everything was just going right in the Seahawks' favor. But what's highlighting this is for sure um, just a defensive effort from the Seahawks. Holding a team to 6 points is crazy, especially while you're running the score up. This is one of those games where you have to appreciate the defense a little bit more than the offense. A lot more. Because, like I said, Sam Darnold didn't do much. Now, if you want to give the say offense and be like, hey, look, Kenny Walker just had just as much of an impact, yeah, you actually can. Not gonna hold you. You actually can. Not mad at other response. You can say this is a Kenny world or this is a defensive world. I'm not mad at that. I'm not. But yeah, 49ers, please get well soon. Please get well soon. But you guys also had a good season. No one expected you guys to do a bunch of anything, actually. You're 12-5. You're just not enough. And on this channel, we don't ponder on losers. Next, Rams versus Bears. I like to say the best for last. Rams versus Bears. This was an interesting game. Rams won 20-17. This is also a good defensive game. I will say, let me pause this real quick. The defenses on all these teams that I'm reading out did a phenomenal job. Only one you can probably say is was the 49ers because Kenny had 119 rushing. Again, no one else did anything. They just couldn't start the run. They shut the pass game down. But anywho, Matt Stafford, 258 yards, no touchdowns at all, and no picks, just yards. Kyron Williams had 87 yards for 2 tutties. That's amazing. Receivers didn't really get too. He tried to get the receivers involved. The DBs for Chicago were doing an exceptional job. Chicago side, Caleb Williams had 257 for 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. One of them cost them the game. I'm going to get to that for sure. DeAndre Swift had 19 carries for 76 yards. He also had a heck of a game too. Just no tutties. It's okay though. Yeah. All right. So near the end of the fourth quarter, and this is with the marbles on the line, right? Fourth quarter. Caleb Williams drops back. Slight sprint back. He got some wheels on him, by the way. Shout out to you, boy. I didn't know you was that fast. Sprints back. Throws a bomber. Caught. Touchdown. Tied up. No one has ever seen that in a day in their life. Not ever. And he did, and before he released the ball, he was getting hit. So I ain't gonna lie, boy. You clutched up for that one. Not gonna hold you. But with something that is great, there's always something that is negative because literally they stop the Rams, they get the ball back, and he throws a pick to end the game. He overthrew it. I don't know what he was looking at. Maybe he was nervous. I don't know. He overthrew that ball. Number 3 for the Rams picked it off. They ended up driving down the field, kicking the field goal. That's game. 20-17. Caleb Williams had a heck of a year. A bounce back year at that. I think this is his second season. I think. Right? Second or third? No, second season, I think. Yeah. You did your thing, boy. More to come. You're gonna be right back there next year. You guys keep that team together. No one leaves. Keep that chemistry. You guys will be all right. Just got to take care of the football better. That's it. That's really it. That's what lost y'all the game. Is just y'all not taking care of the football. Uh, Once y'all nail that down, you guys will actually be a lot more serious than what you are. The talent's there. The talent's there. But yeah, moving forward, Texans versus Patriots. Uh Shout outs to them Patriots. Real steppers. Real deal steppers. 28-16. Defense held down. This was the best defensive game. No, one of the best defensive games out the playoffs because neither side wanted to crack. Neither side. Let's talk about it, right? Where are they at? Let's see. CJ Stroud had 212 yards, one TD, four interceptions. Three of them were in the first half, by the way. That is unacceptable on all parts. Uh, that's a lot. That's a lot of missed opportunities for yards and touchdowns because you're just handing the ball back over to the defense. Um, yeah, CJ, you got to do better than that, dog. I'm not rooting for you that game. I wish you threw 30 interceptions, but you didn't. But you got to do better than that, bro. Nothing was screaming on the run side. Like I said, both sides doing exceptionally well on defensive end. Um, they ended up making a slight comeback in the second half. It was 16-21, and then they just stayed with 16. Like they didn't score. They could have moved. They moved the ball down the field. Now, what I will say, this is not all on CJ Stroud. This is not all on CJ Stroud. He has he's gotten a lot of slander, but this is not all on CJ. We have to take account that one of the receivers got manhandled, strip fumble. I mean, grown man muscle, and that also had a big part because they were in the red zone. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. Gotta hold him accountable. I'm gonna hold him just as high as the standard is as Stroud because that is wee Marks. Well, you a Mark, all right. But that was the running back, yeah, Woody Marks, and he played like poo. 14 carries for 17 yards. You average half for nothing. You got to do better than that, man. My goodness. But all in all, we did our thing. Patriots side, because we also didn't take care of the ball that well. Drake May, 179 yards, three touchdowns, one pick. Listen, I hold my guys to a standard. He also fumbled the ball twice. Oh no, fumbled the ball four times and lost them twice. Let me see, because I think the Texans also fumbled. Right? Am I tripping? Yeah, they lost them, so they had a total of five turnovers. Anywho, yeah, man, we gotta, you know what I'm saying, like tighten up, Patriots. Dre May, let go of that thing, gang. You gotta do better than that. I don't want to see no picks. But on the run, we did our thing. 32 carries, total 105. Stevenson had a majority of that pie. 16 carries, 70 yards. It was just, every now and then just poking the bear. Just boom. He's the bowling ball of our group. So I appreciate him. Took care of business. On to the next one, and then we're getting that chip. Hey, listen, I ain't trying to hear it. I ain't trying to hear it. The schedule. Okay, respect. Now we're here. What's the excuse now? Oh, schedule. The schedule. No one cares. We're beating the odds. All that schedule talk, guess what? Is leading to more dub. I didn't expect anything different. Not for my guys. Maybe from your guys. Not for my guys. My guys are going to do their thing. Tell your guys to show up. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. And you guys have some nerve talking about a schedule. Because a lot of you guys' teams also had garbage schedules. And you couldn't deliver. Oh. Well, guess what? Take it to the bank next year. Try to ask for a loan. Try to pay it off. And try to deliver. But when you were in the National Bank of America with with New England, uh Patriots of America, that's New Bank. If you ain't got enough chips, if you ain't got enough dough, file for that bankruptcy. Because we're taking all of it. What you guys are witnessing right now is illegal robbery. Illegal robbery. New England is going into the bank. Give me all your money. That's what the defense said to the Texans. Give me your money. Come on. Come on. Give me your lunch money, boy. Yes, sir. Yeah. And they said yes, sir. They really said yes, pops. So we're going to keep it PG. Yes, sir. All you Houston Texans guys is Mr. May. Not Drake May. It's Mr. May. Not Mr. Drake. I better not hear no Mr. Drake. I don't want to hear no Drake. I don't want to listen. I don't. Y'all can't even listen to Drake. Nothing with Drake for y'all. It's Mr. May. Not in the calendar. Mr. May. All right. Put some respect on it. Moving on. Basketball. Basketball has been pretty interesting. I say that because I don't know who the best team in the NBA is. Now, of course, when they're on the Thunder, but they've been, I don't know. I know what I said in the beginning of the year about them, which I mean, they can still possibly win it all again. But I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think they're enough if when Jokic comes back. I'm gonna be honest. I do think the Nuggets are going to win this chip again. Um, Rockets are doing their thing. Their record isn't too crazy, but KD, man, we gotta give the I don't know. KD is unbelievable, and I'm not saying I put them up there in terms of oh yeah they can win, but it's a possibility. It is. It's a possibility. I'm never going to slight the greats of the game. It's a possibility of them. Now the Lakers know, and I love my guys. Nothing against LeBron. Lakers know. We don't stand a chance. Our defense is just horrible. But Houston, the Nuggets, and the Thunder, there's something right now. But anyway, last night Lakers 110-93 against the Raptors. They won. DeAndre Ayton played like an absolute dog, a little daredevil, big daredevil. 25 points. He didn't miss a single field goal. 10 for 10, 13 rebounds. That is absolutely excellent, DeAndre. Now, if you guys feed him the ball like you're supposed to, then this is I'm not gonna say you're gonna get this type of performance every night. You're gonna get it some nights where it's a little like this. DeAndre Ayton, you need to start calling for the ball more too. I understand you don't want to ruffle any feathers, but dude, good God, come on, because they're gonna need this come playoff time, and the Lakers are gonna make the playoffs, so they're gonna need this come playoff time. Next, Grizzlies and Magic. Grizzlies 126, Magic 109. Don't know what happened to the Magic, but oh my goodness, it's exactly what I said. It doesn't matter who on the East goes to the chip. The West is smacking them. Let's see. Play the game. John Morant, 24 points, 13 assists. Can't ask for much more. There was also a video servicing with them. Somebody say he doesn't F with them. That is a bad sign. That is a horrible sign, actually. And I know he said, I'm staying, yada yada yada. Like they tripping, big bro. They tripping. They tripping. They're not tripping. You say you didn't F with them. You got in the back and forth with one of your teammates. I don't understand what you got going on, buddy. Lock in. Lock in. Because you guys are going to need to lock in. You guys are going to need this. You guys are going to need all this. You guys are going to need the love. You guys are going to need the chemistry. If you guys somehow sneak into a play-in, you guys are going to need all that. So, lock in. But if you feel like you guys are going to lose, hey, clown around. Who cares? No, I don't. Sure don't. Next, Bulls versus Nets. Bulls 124, Nets 106. Pretty interesting. Hold on, my stuff is still not. I'm at 102. I'm sorry. Also, while this is loading up, shout out to MPJ. MPJ's been doing pretty decent this year. They suck, but he's been doing pretty decent. But he didn't even play. There was no Michael Porter Jr. last night. No one on the team scored over 20 points. That's a no go. On the flip side, Kobe White had 24 points, 8 for 14. He only missed 6 shots. Good job, Kobe. He had 24, 4, and 3. He did his job, big boy. The team shot 43% from the three, which is actually pretty good, and 52% from the field, which is really good. The Nets didn't shoot bad from three either. They just they actually shot the same. It's just that the Bulls just made more shots because the Nets shot 46% team wise, which isn't that great, but it isn't that horrible. Yeah, Bulls just made more shots. Sometimes it bees like that, you know. Well, shout out to the Bulls. 20 and 22, you guys still poop. Pelicans versus Rockets. 119 to 110. Houston way. KD shot like some Garbaggio, but that's okay. They still won. Jabbar Smith Jr. had 32 points. Sengun had 20, and the men had 20. It's nothing much you can ask for after that. They scraped the other side because Zion had 20, Murphy had 21. That was it. No one else scored over 20. You guys have to do better. Like you have to do better. But then again, I don't expect much from the Pelicans, especially with your leader um not being fully there because he's always doing something else with another OnlyFans girl. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. Hornets versus Nuggets. Hornets 110, the Nuggets 87. LaMelo only had 10. It didn't matter because collectively, people on both the starting and bench had some points put up. Knipple, 17 points. Sexton, 14 points. Salon, 13 points. I said Knipple. Kalik Brenner. Now Knipple, 14, LaMelo 10, and Brennan Miller had 23, and Miles Bridges, he only had 7, which is horrible because you for sure sold me on fantasy. Garbage. And then on the flip side, for the Nuggets, no one scored over 20. Not even Jamal Murray. So that's just not enough. That's why they only stuck with 87. That's just not enough. And it's not excusable either. We got to do better. Got to pick up the pace. Next, Trailblazers versus Kings. Trailblazers wins 117 to 110. So I think this was Sabonis' second game back, and it's starting to show. Demi, 30 points. Klingon, 21. Sharp, 27. Westbrook was the leading scorer. Oh, no. He's tied with Malik Monk. Malik Monk and Russell Westbrook were the leading scorer. DeMar?
Bluetooth disconnected.
DeMar? Did y'all hear me? Did someone... What the heck? What do you mean Bluetooth disconnected? Oh, this thing recorded.
Bluetooth connected.
Why is this connected to Bluetooth? Hopefully you guys can still hear me because this is starting to irritate me. This is kind of what happened a few months ago. 23 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. Phenomenal. Just not enough. Malik Monk had 23 points. It just wasn't enough. And you guys did enough. You guys did enough. But the rest of your team, especially your 2 stars over there, just not enough. You guys will never be great. I don't know what it is about the Kings organization. You guys just will never figure it out. And it's okay. Not everyone can. Who's your guys' MVP? Who's your guys' most improved? That's a weak award, by the way. But who's your guys' MVP and who's your most improved?
Bluetooth connected.
These guys have been hooping so well lately. It's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. Um, stop, stop. My goodness. Um, yeah. So who's your MVP? I think Jokic is out the race due to his injury, which is kind of blah. But if he can make it, I'm having Jokic there regardless. Um, Luca is in the air, of course, with a lot of people because of his scoring. So is Shea still. Some people even have Jalen Brown, which I'm not mad at. He has no business being there at all. And he's there. So shout outs to them. Um, hopefully we get more interesting basketball like this because I like it when it's not just one side of the one team. It's starting to look. I'm not gonna say equal because it's for sure not equal, but it's starting to see more balance, slightly, than it was in the beginning of the season. Yep. Moving on. Question of the day, right? Would you be you if you didn't take losses? Now, some people have super heartbreaking experiences, trauma that they feel that if they didn't suffer, they'd be better well off, which is true in some cases. But is it? I've said this on my podcast before. Someone asked me, it was a bartender. So it was yeah. So I work at part time in a restaurant. I think I said that before. During the weekends. But one of the bartenders was like, you say all the time whenever I ask how are you, you say you're blessed and you can't complain. Where did that come from? Traumatic experiences. I can't complain. I've been through worse, and there's people that are going through worse than myself. In 2020, the scariest moment of my life happened. I had a seizure. And what was more scary about the seizure than actually, you know, feeling my body shut down and going into this uh big old shock. My grandma watched it. My grandma thought I was dead when I had my seizure. My grandma thought I was dead. She's never seen a body shake that rapidly and then just boom, just still. That's scary when you're watching someone you love look like that because you don't know what to do. My grandma's not a medic expert. None of my family members are except for three that knows some stuff about their medical stuff. Two, especially two of them are nurses. The other one is more into the billing side, but she knows what she needs to be like looking at, like if you need a CT, da 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 da. She knows that. Yeah. Are you without the traumatic experiences? Are you as mature as you are now without the traumatic experiences, without being let down, without the heartbreaks, da 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 da? I believe you aren't. I don't believe anyone can achieve greatness without pain. No pain, no gain. That's not just in terms of a workout sense. That's in life. I believe in Christ. I believe in Jesus. If I don't go through anything, how in the world can I get blessed? You have to go through something to get something. If you're just living life on cruise control and you know, seems like you're not missing, you're just smiling, you're smiling and smiling. That ain't God, gang. It's not God. Yeah. Just letting you know that right now. When it seems like everything you wish for is coming true, and you haven't had to go through a breakthrough in like a year, some change. Yeah, I'm not saying you have to lose somebody or something like that, but nothing went wrong at all. No, it's not real life. Everyone needs pain to gain something. Everyone needs a heartbreak, I feel like. Everyone needs to be disappointed at some point. Everyone needs to be yelled at some point. Everybody needs to get in a fight at some point. Bare knuckle, straight up. Everyone needs to lose something in terms of a fight. You need to get or you need to get hit really hard at some point. You need to know what it feels like. Everyone needs something, some type of experience, because if not, you're not going to really elevate. You're not. Look at these professional athletes. They had to put in a lot of pain, since they were little to get to where they're at now. What makes you think you in the common world, you think you're going to cruise your way into $100,000? That's just not. reasonable. That is not real life. You need to get some pain in your step. You do. You do. Let this first 6 months of 2026, I'm going to challenge y'all. Actually, we're going to do something better. Let the first 3 months of 2026, nothing but pain. Real work. For the ones that love where they're at now, hey, do you. You are, hey, blessings to you. For the ones that aren't, you, and that's me included. I'm not where I want to be right now. Nothing but pain. Putting in straight work. Straight pain. Because I have to. I want to get to a better spot. I have to put in work. Yeah, because I want stuff. I want more stuff. I want to have more money. There's nothing wrong with that. Things I want to work towards. That's why I changed up the algorithm and now I'm doing this in the morning. Because no, I'm not gonna be able to do it in the afternoon. Get it in the morning. Go to work. If I have to go to my second job to make some extra cash, cool. Come home. Work out. Shower. Go to sleep. Of course I'm gonna eat. Shower. Then go to sleep. Pain. I don't want to do all that today. I'm going to do all that today. Mentally challenge yourself. You have to. But it's gonna be it for right now. It's 7:20. I have to be at work at 8. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This week is a new week of experience. Um, Challenge yourself. Ask questions at the job if you're not understanding something to get better. Ask that GM what they do. If you see a millionaire, ask that millionaire how he made a million. But always try to make room for yourself in this process of pain. You need to take a little bit of a break. I completely understand. I like talking to y'all. But that's gonna be it for right now. Um, Hopefully you guys have a great day, and I want you guys to claim it. You guys are gonna have a great day, and you're gonna have a great week. So, if I can, tell that woman you love her. If she don't say it back, text a friend. This is your host Xavier Mitchell at X underscore underscore Chia. That's the Instagram X underscore underscore UCHIHA. You guys are here with Talk with X. Um, you guys have a great day. All right, love y'all.